Hey, it's Dominic D'Angelo, and it is the Daily Wrestling Hotline for June 26, 2025. And I'm of Brass Ring Media. Hey, we're just right on the cusp of Night of Champions, and it happens that WWE has landed in Saudi Arabia. We saw Triple H make a tweet that he landed in Saudi Arabia, but we also saw two wrestlers make their entrance into Saudi Arabia, and it's causing a little bit of buzz. We see Randy Orton and CM Punk. But Randy Orton, the Viper, is almost an afterthought because what happened in this video might be an indication of maybe how this weekend's going to go with the main event between CM Punk and John Cena. So as they're ending, this is literally like a 6-second clip. And you see Randy Orton for a brief second. He's walking ahead of, CM Punk. And then we see CM Punk walking with a Bret Hart sweater. Now, this is even getting the gears turning as I'm saying this. A little kid walks up. Maybe like he's a 10-year-old. So maybe not a little kid, quite a little kid. Walking up with a phone, I think. And he wants to probably get a picture with Punk. Punk, Bill Belichick's him. Well, it doesn't Bill Belichick him. He mostly Heisman's him. So he like puts his hand out and slowly pushes him away and walks by. This is causing a lot of buzz online. And so he's getting a lot of heat. And he's saying like, wow, I can't believe Punk did that. Basically, getting all that kind of feedback. Yeah, turning down a little kid, basically. Well, what if this is like a Bret Hart in an America situation? This is like 1997 heel Bret Hart, where he's a good guy in the States, but he's a bad guy in Saudi Arabia. Because look, Punk has said a lot in the past. We all know what he said. They're leaning into it in this feud with him and Cena. Cena has implied that Punk has said things in the past. And Cena has said that Punk is basically a hypocrite for going to Saudi Arabia. So if you're in character, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, would Punk be all that enthused to be in Saudi Arabia? Probably not. Would Punk basically... This is what makes me think this has to be like sort of set up, is that there'd be no way Punk would necessarily do that to a kid, I don't think. Especially if he knows cameras are on him and you're going through something here. You're with crew walking in, you're with stars, you're gonna be out in the open in public. Like, he's there. So I think this is all to play into the fact that Punk is going to be a bad guy here. He wants to elicit heat while he's in Saudi Arabia. I mean, look, that's I think we're getting a little bit of a work here in this little clip that we got. And I'm all for it if that's the case, Makes it entertaining, creates a different dynamic, creates some buzz where some of these Saudi shows lack a little bit of that because it's in Saudi Arabia and it feels like they're just trying to appease that country. And storytelling has been a little bit better over the course of time with these past few Saudi shows. But ultimately, too, it just feels like, oh, it's a Saudi show. So if you're creating a little bit of buzz early on, I think this was all planned out here a little bit. I don't think cameras on and like Punk is going to dismiss a kid like that in certain ways. So should be fun either way. I'm intrigued to see. This is a good card, and like the stakes do matter here. I mean, it's Punk and Cena for the title. Then on top of that too, you got Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton in the King of the Ring finals match, and then you got Asuka and Jade Cargill. And then you have Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn, which was an unexpected one. And then another match on top of that, too. I think people are upset. I've heard a contingency of people upset that Night of Champions, not all titles are being defended. I'm okay with that. Look, you're getting your WWE Championship title defended, and you're crowning a king and queen of the ring. This is okay. It's just a title. It's just a title, okay? Let's pump the brakes. It's not that big of a deal. Like, the tradition of Night of Champions is not that prestigious that we need to, okay, let's embrace this. So, yeah. I am okay with if this clip was just like, hey, planned out, it's fine. It's okay. It doesn't seem, I don't think Punk would necessarily do that. So I think this is a Bret Hart in America situation. He's Team Canada, and that's how it's being played. And the funny thing is, he's wearing the Bret Hart hoodie. Come on. So those are my thoughts, and figure I would talk a little bit about that for today. This week, there will not be a Magnum TA and Greg Gagne show. We're putting that on hold because I am going back to my hometown in Ridgeway, PA this weekend, so I will not be around, but I will try to squeeze in a wrestling hotline. I will. Tomorrow, hopefully at some point, I can definitely do it tomorrow. And then Saturday, I'm sure I can do it. I could do one on Saturday too. And guess what? I can do one on Sunday when I get back to you. So we shouldn't miss a beat here with the hotlines. So, but also, if you haven't checked it out, check out Brass Ring Media Show. I believe Zach and Tyler went live earlier today. Then we had Robert do his Nocturnal Knockout last night after Dynamite, or a little bit. I think it was a little bit during Dynamite or something. But check it out. Some cool topics there. Talking about Night of Champions has been an ongoing thing. And then I know Zach and Tyler talked about who is Hangman fit for this championship challenge, or should have been Will Ospreay against Jon Moxley here at All In. What would have been more enticing? I'm still of the camp. I don't know what they said on there, but I'm still of the camp that Hangman is fine. I think you just have to build it right and do it a little bit more. I'm engaged enough, I think, for this. Hangman winning the championship is okay. I just want this Death Riders thing to be over. So hopefully he will be the proponent of that. Maybe Swerve and Ospreay can defeat the Bucks and take their EVP titles, because let's shift this thing up. I'm sick and tired of this Death Riders angle. The ride has not been fun. So let's get it over with. Let's move on, and let's see what's next on tap for AEW and pro wrestling and Night of Champions. Wow. CM Punk is Team Canada, guys. But I'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Wrestling Hotline. And always remember, call 1-900-909-9900.